Could be a space on the left, could there, for Man United if Rashford leaves, Riyadh? But apparently, according to The Sun, he's in no rush to leave. Marcus happy at United, even if they want to sell. Neil Custis with this piece. He'll resist any attempt by Manchester United to sell him this summer. Could this be another awkward situation, do you feel?
Potentially. I think with Marcus Rashford, there's no denying it's been a really disappointing season for him. Again, it's been one of those seasons there's been a lot of noise off the field, on the pitch. He's been, quite frankly, he's been very poor. I think, what's his return in the league? Something like 7 goals. But we can have this short-termism, and you do go back a season, and last year I thought he was very good. So 10 goals more across the league campaigns. So United won't want to forget that. You can understand the temptation for them potentially to sell. If these PSR rules stay as they are, you'd be talking about an academy player, you'd be talking about pure profit. If they were to get 80 million, I think is the sum that Neil Custis is discussing in that piece there. Probably sounds about right. So you can see the appeal of starting the season with a sort of blank sheet of paper, and whoever the new manager is, or whether it's still Ten Hag, going out and having that rebuild element around it. But Marcus Rashford at his best is an extremely good player. So he wants to stay. I think that's promising. He doesn't want to just sort of chuck it in and try elsewhere. I think that's a good sign. That shows appetite. But most fundamentally, if you're Manchester United looking at it, that there is an excellent player there. It's just a case of bringing that closer to the surface again.
Yeah, he's 26, 27 in October, Sam. £80 million is indeed what Neil Custis says. Of course, he's been linked with Paris Saint-Germain. He'll have that vacancy down the left-hand side when Kylian Mbappe leaves. What's your take on the situation as well regarding the fans' mood around Marcus Rashford? Is there a sense that that's changed? And if an £80 million offer came in for, I guess, one of the favourite sons of recent years, they would be tempted to let him go?
I certainly think, from what you can see from afar, that the atmosphere and the mood towards Rashford has changed a bit this season. I think, obviously, the off-field stories that Riyadh mentions probably hasn't helped his cause too much, but primarily it comes down to his performance and the performance of the team. He is still the academy boy. He is still the homegrown hero, and I'm sure if there's one player that United fans want to turn around, it's him. The 80 million figure, for me, I mean, there's so much flux right now at Man United. There's so much change coming, and James Ducker, my colleague, wrote a few days ago that they pretty much listen to offers for anyone but just the core 3 youngsters, Mainu, Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund. That kind of sums it up, really. They're at this stage now where this rebuild needs to really kick on. And again, no one knows who the manager will be, whether Ten Hag will stay or otherwise. No one knows what kind of money they can generate through sales and therefore what they can spend. And I think based on their financial situation, and we should be clear on this, that it's not just United in this position, but a lot of clubs need to sell before they can buy, really. And not saying United haven't got any money to spend at all because they're Man United, but their financial situation is quite tricky, as is the case with many clubs. And to sell is not so easy, especially when your players are earning huge money and other clubs don't want to match those salaries. Rashford, on paper, you look at the squad and think he is one of the most sellable assets there. You can see a number of top clubs across Europe and in the Premier League being very keen to buy him. But yeah, as Neil Custis puts in his piece, that requires Rashford to want to leave as well. And if he's not in any mood to budge, then that pretty much puts that deal to an end, or any potential deal to an end.